Welcome to Game Time Decision, baby. I'm back. It is Monday, July 25th, and I am joined with my two favorite knuckleheads here, Nick and Tim Earl from Earl Sports Bets. How we doing, gentlemen? How was your weekend? What's the haps on the craps?
Well, baseball was good this weekend. I had a very nice Sunday.
Definitely can't complain. I think 3 straight profitable baseball days. Looking to make it 4 today, so
it's been good.
Let's get after it then. Let's get after it. I know we're going to go over the base. Listen, if you guys are new to the show or first time joining by any means, if you got any questions about any games going on today, drop them in the chat. We're going to go over it. We will discuss it. We'll touch base on it, give you our opinions on it, take it for what it's worth, fade or follow at your own risk. We will do all that, and then we're going to go over MLB as we go. We'll give you our best bet in about the 10, 15-minute mark. We'll probably have a little bit shorter show. Just going to run down baseball here.
Like David.
But the important thing, you guys have to like, subscribe, ring the bell, notification. If you haven't already, please do. Also, don't forget to check out our friends over at BetMGM. Their promo that they have for us is risk-free bet up to $1,000 when you sign up with BetMGM. All you got to do is hit the link in the description below in the video description, and that'll take you right to your specific site or state. That will have the rules and show you how to sign up. It's real easy. And then they'll give you a risk-free bet up to $1,000. Also, don't forget to check out earlsportsbets.com/promo. Their 7-day package, all their premium plays are only $49. So tons and tons of value there. Check that out. MLB. First to like. Oh, look at that. Rise above. First to like. Peace, fellas, this afternoon. Absolutely. I had a wonky weekend. I mean, I didn't bet a whole lot or do a whole lot. I had a long weekend. There was some stuff going on. I had, but you said you guys did good over the weekend for baseball? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I did.
Saturday was good. The other 2 days were, not good.
Well, there's only 2 days in a weekend. It's Saturday and Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's what I was thinking.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't here Friday, so how'd Friday go? Did you guys miss me? Did nothing burnt down? Show's still here.
Yeah, we missed you 100%. Yep. Uh-huh.
Wait, Tim, he was gone?
Apparently, yeah, I guess so.
Hell no, to the no.
I need one that says, "Baby, I'm back." I don't know, but in the meantime, because that's just how we roll. But yeah, baseball.
Baseball.
Had some letdowns this weekend. All right, well, that's why we're here. We get back up on that horse. Justin says, "What up, y'all? I know you're not gonna tail this, but I put a unit on San Francisco, Arizona over 8.5. I smashed the like button. You know,
I like Arizona today.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I don't really have anything on the over or anything like that on that. I don't have a whole lot going on. I'm on Nerfies in the Royals Kansas City game and the Arizona Phillies game. Those are my 2 Nerfies of the day that I'm on. So fade or follow at your own risk. My Tigers are hosting the Padres. That's just gonna be a shit show. Okay, so I don't know what to tell you folks. Sorry about that.
Hey, I like the Tigers today. I like
I'm not. You couldn't talk me off an over 8.5. I worry that the Tigers won't contribute to the over. Mm-hmm. If I
like the first 5 under.
I don't know if I looked and would in this game is 7-0 Padres. I'm not surprised. So there's that.
No, I wouldn't be surprised either. But I'm getting plus money to fade a team that just played on Sunday Night Baseball, so I'm all right with that.
Fair. Anybody else on the mound except for this kid Hutchinson from the Tigers, and I'm good. But I'm not a fan of him. But where's the best bet at? What game we're not talking about?
Cleveland and Boston. We're not talking about them.
Okay, let's talk Marlins Reds. Rogers Lodolo. Anything?
Lodolo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I like Lodolo. We joked around with Pittsburgh early in the year, but now it's Miami's turn. It takes Miami about 3 weeks to score a run. So that being said, I like the Reds. They've gotten shut out in 4 out of their last 6 games. Their offense has been non-existent, and I'm not expecting it to come back just because they had a good game yesterday where they scored 6 runs. Granted, how many of them were in extra innings? Okay. But this is a spot where I like Nick Lodolo. Obviously, at this point, it would have to be a run line because it's sitting at like 130. But I like the Reds today.
The Braves at the Phillies. You guys we've talked about this game. I'm on the Nerfy. You two have mixed some feelings about this. You guys are not on the same side. So,
No.
Tim, you go first. Nick, you tell Tim why he's wrong when he's done.
Which game?
All the morning Woodies are going to hate me.
Braves.
And it's mainly because of them that I'm on the Philadelphia Phillies today. Because one of the things I like to do on the first day of last Woody standing, so for a while it was on Thursdays, now I'm on Mondays, I go and I look to see who everybody is on. And the most popular play of the day was the Atlanta Braves, whether it was first drive run line or full game run line. So you know what I did? I grabbed the Phillies. This is a very, very important series for the Phillies this year. Because this series, I feel like, will dictate the rest of their year. Because say if they get swept in this series, I think they start unloading. I think they start selling because if you're looking at the Phillies right now.
No, Phillies are delusional. They won't do that.
Fair enough. If you're looking at the Phillies and they look at their division, they're not better than the Mets. They are not better than the Braves by any stretch of the imagination. Then you got to look like, okay, they got to go after the wild card. Well, Braves are in the first wild card spot. They're not catching them. Padres are in the second one. Padres are going to be buyers at the deadline. They're not catching them. So the only other teams they have to fight with are St. Louis and Milwaukee, which if they get that third wild card spot, they'll have to play one of those teams in the playoffs. Guess what? Both Cardinals and Brewers were 2-0 them in a wild card series. No doubt in my mind. So this series is going to make a big impact on whether or not Phillies go, all right, they either win 2 out of 3 or sweep the series per se. They go, okay, we're looking better now. Let's try to be delusional. Maybe we buy at the deadline. Maybe we do this, that, the other, try to go after the division or whatever.
Who do they buy? I mean,
relief pitching.
Pitching.
Yeah, but like
relief pitching.
How delusional do they need to be to think that relief pitching is all they need? But go ahead. I'm sorry.
They need another glove.
You muted yourself.
Yeah, I muted myself for a second. They need another glove in the outfield, and they need to go out and they need to get a David Bednar. They need to go out and get a Gregory Soto. They need to go out and get maybe a Joe Mantiply, something along those lines. They need
Greg Soto is not up for sale.
Tigers are tanking. It's fine, but that's not the point.
Tigers are not tanking.
Or maybe someone like an Andrew Chafin as well.
Tigers are not going to sell. I'll say that. Tigers are not going to sell, but they're not buying.
But they're not buying. Yeah, 100% they're not buying.
But they're going to need to go out and get a decent name reliever.
Going back with the Phillies, if they win the series, then they can start to look to buy. If they get swept by the Atlanta Braves this series,
Castellanos is gone. Hoskins is gone. Real Muto is gone.
I was about to say, all of a sudden they get swept, and then they get a 4-game series against Pittsburgh. What happens if they lose 3 out of 4 for Pittsburgh? All of a sudden now they're back 6-7 games. They're back 14 in the division.
Because they just got swept by the Cubs.
Back in the division. All of a sudden you look at that, you go, oh, crap, this team is done. And then all of a sudden by the trade deadline, Nola's on the blocks and Wheeler's on the blocks and Real Muto's on the blocks and Bohm's on the blocks. And Like you get a bunch of these play Castellanos, Schwarber could be on the blocks.
Right.
Like
Schwarber would be a great trade piece.
Yeah, exactly.
He could get a lot. You could get a lot
Mets
for him.
fan. As a Mets fan, I'm not only am I rooting for the Phillies to win the series so that they don't sell. If the Phillies are going to sell, guess what? Two teams they're not selling to?
The Mets and the Braves.
The Mets and the Braves. Therefore, guess who's going to get Nola or Wheeler or Real Muto or like Castellanos?
Yankees, Dodgers.
It's going to be the Dodgers. It's going to be the Yankees. It's going to be
White
the
Sox.
Brewers. It's going to be the White Sox. It's good. And it's going to make the rest of the National League stronger. And it's going to make the Mets and Braves have a lesser chance. So I'm hoping. I know this is a whole long game right now. I'm on the Phillies for this one. I think they win this series.
That is a hell of a breakdown for one game. You just broke down your whole thought process for the next 6 months with the Phillies. But
it's realistic.
I appreciate, 100%. Like as I'm listening, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. All right.
But I will say,
all right, Tim Earl, I vote you.
If the Phillies win this series, they are on a straight shot to maybe get the second wild card spot, or even put them up with the Braves and the Mets, because they get it throughout the rest of July and through the month of August. They get Pittsburgh for 7 games. They get Miami a couple times. They get Cincinnati a couple times.
Yeah,
they get a nice cupcake schedule in August, which is phenomenal for them, and they can really make a big run.
Okay, so all right, timeout, Tim Earl. Nick Earl, tell them why Atlanta's going to win today.
Well, this is a straight.
What do you have on this game?
I locked this in. This is the first thing I locked in last night. Braves first 5 run line. I got it at -115. Braves full game run line. I got it at even money. I beat both those games by movements by 15 cents each. And it's a plain simple, huge pitching advantage with the Atlanta Braves. A huge bullpen advantage with the Atlanta Braves. We get the Braves, who are coming in off of a loss against the Angels, so they're going to be motivated there. And I know the Phillies could easily be motivated because they just got swept by the Cubs, but that's not showing me anything to make me want to back you. So I think that this is going to be. I have a couple of teams that I think are going to go on tailspins, and Phillies are one of them. So I'm not trusting the Phillies at all right now with my money.
That's fair.
And yeah, I'm on the Braves.
I think it's fair to say that you could both be right. I think this series does mean a lot to Philly.
Mm-hmm.
I think Atlanta could win today, but Philly could take the series. So therefore, they make moves and they're buyers at the deadline. But if they don't take this series, they're going to struggle. If they don't take this series, does that make them panic and buy just something? You know what I mean? To try and make moves, like maybe overspend.
That's all the Phillies do is overspend, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think we're gonna know what Philadelphia is gonna do after their 4-game series in Pittsburgh. They need to take 3 out of 4, if not sweep that series, if they want to consider anything. Because Pittsburgh's not good. If they split that series or even lose the series, they're done. Like Braves, they could sweep the Braves. They lose 3 out of 4 to Pittsburgh, they're done.
Right. Currently, right now, they're 1 game out of a wild card.
Yep.
So, I mean, the Padres and the Braves are up 3. Braves are up 7 in that wild card. So, they're making moves. St. Louis is 1 ahead of them. So, San Francisco is 1 behind them, and then the Marlins are 4 behind them. So, I think it's fair to say that it's very important the next 30 days for them to determine how their season's going to end up. So that's fair.
All I can say is that the books are going to make money on one or both of these teams because everybody and their mother's on the Braves and everybody and their mother is on that Dodger run line.
The Braves trap. I don't see it. Max Fried. I'm on the Nerfy. I'm backing Max Fried.
All I can say is the books are going to be eating nice tonight. If the Phillies and the Nationals both win,
even if the books
and when it comes to it, I always want to be on the side of the books. If the books can look out and go, I'm going to make a lot of money if so-and-so loses, I want to be on that team. I want to be on the team that the books are want to go after, and that is the Philadelphia Phillies.
Not really, because the lines moved with the Braves. The lines moved 30 cents, so.
Still, that's just trying to get them to move it away from get people to bet Philly. Nobody's betting Philly right now. They're coming off of, Phillies are getting swept. There's no way that they can actually beat the Braves. Braves are the hottest team in baseball. What are they, 35-13 the last 2 months? They're the best team. They're one of the hottest teams in baseball. There's no way that the Phillies...
Yeah, they're very good at beating cupcakes, yeah.
Exactly. Phillies are not a cupcake.
Kind of are.
They're over 500.
See, that's, I think, the biggest... I think Tim sees the Phillies in a whole different light than Nick does. And that's fine. That's why we don't always agree on everything, obviously. One thing we did agree on is our squad bet today.
Yes.
Our squad bet is a team that before the pitching change today, I would have picked them still on a gut play at plus money.
Yep.
But they did have a little bit of a pitching change. We're going to take the Diamondbacks, the Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line. Shop your lines, folks. I saw it at minus 114, so I typed in 115 because I just go by fives. I don't know what to tell you. Every book's going to have it a little different. If you can get it closer to that minus 110, jump on it. But Junis is on the mound. It's a bullpen game, like we talked about earlier for the Giants. The Diamondbacks, Merrill Kelly's on the mound, 9-5, 3.26 ERA. Break down this game. Tell them why we like the Diamondbacks so much.
It's a big thing with me with fading the Giants, Padres, and Dodgers after they face against each other. Like whenever there's a Giants-Dodgers series or a Dodgers-Padres series, I typically fade them the next game when they get off that series. Giants just got swept by the Dodgers, 4 games set in LA. Yeah, I'm going after the Diamondbacks. I just think the Diamondbacks. I like Merrill Kelly. I'm a big Merrill Kelly fan. I was even on it when it was Gilbert. I like Gilbert as well.
I was going to say that.
Over Jacob Junis and a Giants bullpen that has not looked good. Because it is a bullpen game with Junis. I do like the Diamondbacks in this one.
And Pedro, I don't hate that the Diamondbacks nerfy in this game. I don't, because Junis isn't a horrible pitcher. He's a bullpen guy though. So I mean, he can get you, hopefully he can get you 3 outs real quick. And then I think Merrill Kelly can for sure. So I mean, it's not a horrible nerfing game by any means. Tiffany Daniel, I am on that nerfy. Braves nerfy, and I'm on the Royals Angels nerfy. Those are the 2 that I'm on for sure. But I will probably piggyback Pedro more here on that Diamondbacks Giants game as soon as I get moving here. I'll probably get on that. As far as a gut play goes, Richie P, I don't the Athletics. I'm gonna say it out loud.
Athletics. Hell yes. I didn't bet it, but I think I was. Let's see what the line is on my book. I'm 60 cents away from backing the Athletics because I have a feeling if this was in Houston, I would be on Oakland today.
It's fair, and I would not. I mean, I don't hate the Royals. I didn't bet either one of those.
I love the
Royals. I know
Royals.
Tim Earl likes the Royals. But I would not hate the Royals, and I would not hate the Athletics. I just think Jake Odorizzi does not warrant a minus
240 price tag.
Yeah. So, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Hey,
dog of the day. Detroit Lenny
Tim
Tigers.
Earl believes in the Tigers today. I can't stand
believing. I will say,
Hutchinson as a pitcher.
I hope this doesn't hurt. It's not as much believing in Detroit. It's me fading the Padres after Sunday Night Baseball.
You couldn't have just said they were a great team. And
Detroit's a phenomenal team at losing.
See so much potential for the Tigers.
There's so much potential in about 7 years for the Tigers. So
2.
No, they need that rotation back in order with Mize and Skubal and
Yep.
Manning.
That'd be a great 1-2-3 punch. Plus, you made moves for Austin Meadows in the offseason. What are you doing? Hey, Austin. I mean, I think
was gonna say he's still playing. I haven't heard his name in forever.
He's missed some games. He's missed the last little bit games, but he didn't start. He didn't do nothing. I don't know. Maybe he's just banged up and he hasn't been playing or something. But meanwhile, what's his name? Javier Baez. We got him in the offseason. He had a rough little start, but he's okay. I mean, he's doing his part. But
I don't like Baez strictly because he is way too swing happy at the plate. He could swing at anything.
Facts.
So if I'm a pitcher, I'm never throwing Baez a strike
for a little bit, so we understand.
Yeah, no, facts. Absolutely. Torkelson or whatever at first base, again, rookie. I don't mind him. Like, they got a lot of young talent.
Riley Green, another one.
Riley
I
Green.
said coming into this year with the Detroit Tigers, and you didn't want to hear it. I said they were still a year or two out.
Facts.
I did not.
I think 2
because they're very, very young.
Hey, you know what's going to be real fun for me is if we could just fast forward 2 years, because the Tigers and Wings are going to be good in 2 years. The Tigers and the Wings are going to be good at the same time, and the same guy owns both teams. If you're going to rebuild correctly and have it. I mean, he's, boom. Now, if only the Lions could get their shit together, we'd be all right, but whatever.
Yeah,
sorry,
that's enough talk about Detroit sports. I'm already had a rough weekend, so don't pile on. Go Tigers. I got the Athletics team total over 2.5. I
don't hate that at all.
Love that. I want to know what the juice was on that.
Let's take a look.
I would take it. I would take it over
minus 145.
Okay, I would take it over 3.5.
Yeah,
over 3 is minus 110.
See, 3.5, you'd get plus money. They'll score 3, 4. It's Jake Odorizzi.
3.5. It's the Athletics. 3.5 is plus 120.
The A's, aren't they at home? They're at home.
A's first 5 money line is plus 170.
The better bet in that game out of everything is probably just the over.
I didn't touch that game.
Can I tell you the exact approach you should take to that game? Wait until the A's go up about 2-0, 3-0, and take the Houston Astros money line.
Took the Astros team total over 4.5.
That's phenomenal because it's now minus 170 on my book.
Nice.
Or you say wait for the Athletics to go up here. Let's take a look. Plus 170. The Athletics to score first.
I wouldn't do that just because watch Jose Altuve hit a leadoff home run again.
Yeah, because I hate nerfies and anything like that, or to rely on another team, because the Astros screw me so much on that stuff. Somebody was bound and determined to ask about this Dodgers game. Dodgers raced to 5 runs at minus 102. Every other book than FanDuel had Dodgers over 5 runs at minus 120. Here's a breaking news alert for you. I don't know if the Dodgers score that much. I know.
I don't hate
girls.
Espino.
Yeah, right. I know Gonsolin's Gonsolin, but Espino's not horrible. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I know Tim or Nick Earl. Tell me why the Dodgers are going to lose tonight.
Well, for starters, they're minus 300, so I don't give a crap who's on the mound. I don't care who they're playing. I don't care who is playing. If you're minus 300, I'm going to bet against you. That's the plain and simple factor of this. I'm on the Nationals' first 5 full game run line, and I'm honestly looking at the Nationals a little bit tomorrow with Josiah Gray on the road, who has been absolutely elite on the road. And they're only plus 205 tomorrow. So take that with as you please. But also, if you look at this, it's the last game of the night. It's the slaughter game.
Yep.
Dodgers are going to lose tonight.
And everybody and their brother.
Out of all, because also you got to keep in mind, it's Monday. So they just got off of a big series against the Giants that they just swept. And now we've seen this before. they don't show up versus bad teams.
I mean,
Here's-
look what they
here's-
did there
yeah.
versus Pittsburgh this year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's the thing. Slaughter game, last game of the night, everybody went through and made their parlays and then said, oh, let me just add the Dodgers on there because it'll make it a 5-teamer instead of a 4 or a 3-teamer instead of a 2. And then because why not? Just take that extra money. And then that's the one that usually screws people. It's just law of averages.
Them and the Braves.
Nothing
will.
personal.
Also,
The Dodgers on paper should destroy the Nationals.
Yep.
Should
Yes.
destroy them on paper, but that's why they play the game.
Also, if you look at it, and this is strictly a mathematical thing, I've had it up here, but I did the calculations and all like that. If a team was minus 300 every game, and you bet them every single game, if they were exactly minus 300, you know what their record is for you to break even? 122-40. They would have to be the best team in baseball history to break even as minus 300 favorites. And so far this year, there have been 22 games with teams that are at least minus 300 favorites. If you have taken the underdog every single time, you are 6-16, but you're up half a unit. So I'm gonna fade minus 300 favorites until.
Yeah, it's just you don't have to win.
And I'm not
all of them.
surprised if money's continued to pour in on the Dodgers here, but I noticed that it went from the start of the ESP show to when we got to the Dodger game, it was minus 300 to minus 320. And it's
Now I
held
340.
pat at minus 320 on my book. It has not moved an inch since the end of the ESP show this morning. The price I got on the Nationals then is the same price I can get on them now. And yet 95% of the tickets and 97% of the cash, I think, was coming in on the Dodgers.
Yeah. I don't like
They're
it.
not scared.
I just don't like that game. So as far as what's the most juice you lay, depends on the sport as well.
I will say, because we're talking baseball, regular season baseball minus 120, playoff baseball minus 135, 140.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to lay run lines in playoff baseball.
No, I do not.
But I'll lay run lines in regular season baseball.
Right. Contest bets, I know we all do a bunch of contests together, are way different than actual whatever. So in baseball, I like to stay under that 130. Have I bet minus 135, something like that? Yeah, I have. But I'll honestly like a minus 125, like $1.25. So I try to I'll pay the quarter juice, try and get us as even much as possible or plus money. But football, different. Hockey, way different. Basketball different. So I mean,
Well,
as far as baseball, basketball, it's spreads or nothing. What up, David Sikarsky? Nathan, no offense.
That's exactly
I feel
what
like
we
everybody
hear.
did this.
That's exactly what we want to hear. People taking the Dodgers.
This worries me because I think everybody's going to do that, and obviously the books. I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those games that it has way too much risk and very little reward for me. And you got to risk, you got to balance that out. The risk and reward. Is it worth it? It's not easy money because you still got to rely on 18 people to play a game for 9 innings. You know how much shit could happen in that time?
Yep.
So I mean, they still got to play the game. Detroit and Colorado Rockies tonight. All right. We'll get after it. Nathan took
Loser.
Braves, Astros, Rockies for 150.
Loser. Right there. Loser.
No, I don't know.
Braves or the Astros will lose tonight.
I like the Rockies, and I like the Braves, and
I think the Astros are in a spot that they could. I don't like that. The out of all three of those, I like that the least. Shit, somebody's delivering flowers. Sleeping on the porch. Maybe. Reds are now 5-0 when Joey Votto posts a game day video. Gonna follow the stupid trend until it's done.
He didn't post one today.
Dodgers are winning tonight. I don't know about that. On TikTok.
Dodgers are winning tonight. Wow, that is a bold freaking take at a minus 320 favorite.
Yes, it is.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, what he posts on TikTok? Yeah. Took the Braves minus 190 money line against Tim's rule. Just feels safer. To each their own. You manage your own bankroll, but keep in mind, like, when are you gonna make any money? You know, are you doing this for fun?
Should the Braves win tonight? Yes. But if they lose, now you're down 190. You have to win 2 plays in order to make that back up.
It's fair.
If you're going to bet the Braves, bet the run line.
Public's all over Atlanta, too.
Exactly.
Do you guys like the Guardians today?
The best bet's in the Guardians game, so no comment.
Oh, yes, that's that game. Do you bet a lot of juice on MMA?
No.
No.
I try to find the...
when I did bet MMA, which I'm going to try to get back into it a little bit here. When I did, and if I did like a favorite, I would pick a method of victory. If I like a big favorite,
you're in charge.
If you like a big favorite, you can take him inside the distance. If it's a women's fight, you can take him by decision. Whatever you want to do with that.
And I will say, I know we've bet UFC the last 2 weeks. The only juice that we paid was on Jack Hermanson minus 110. And it won. But the only other thing that we laid juice was a 2-team parlay that Boom gave us, and it hit. We hit on a plus 200, a plus 140, a plus 140.
I cashed on Curtis Blades, which was nice.
So no, we don't lay juice on MMA either, because that is actually the sport I would want to bet on juice the least.
Especially with those big favorites. I remember when I capped UFC a lot, those big favorites, those minus 500, minus 600s, when they're not the Habib Nurmagomedovs of the world, when it's not the Kamaru Usmans, when it's not the Francis Ngannou, stuff like that. I call those banana peel pricing, because all you got to do is slip on a banana peel, get knocked out, and you're a minus 700 loser.
Fair. All right, we'll keep moving. Thank you. Sorry. Just had to, otherwise dogs are going to go nuts. I need the Astros first to 2. I'm not afraid of the Astros pitching staff and Jake Odorizzi. I'm afraid of the Astros bats, but I'm not.
Yeah, because I can hit Odorizzi's fastball.
Facts. Not his curveball, just his fastball. I don't even know if he has a curveball.
And then I can outrun Daniel Vogelbach.
No, you can't.
Shut up. He is
Hoagie.
He is the peak of human shit. I'm pulling up the video.
First of all, I could probably take him in 10 yards, but that's it. I'm quick. I'm not fast.
He's the peak.
Royals money line, Reds money line, Orioles run line.
Yes.
I like the Royals today. Orioles, I don't hate that. Reds. What are you trying to do? You're trying to get us in trouble on YouTube. When you bet,
I actually clicked something that first made noise.
I'm gonna say no to that. You follow your first mind. You can have initial leans. I've had plenty of games where my initial leans, I bet the opposite of it. Like, because I can look at a game like, oh, I definitely want to bet this team or whatever, and then I get into the numbers, and then I look over the game. I'm like, no, I don't.
Yeah.
So
I'll do that. I go through the card and just kind of like, I'll put check mark, kind of like, I'll write it down like, okay, Tigers, Reds, Orioles, we'll go through who I like right off the gate. And then I go through and see if they're first. Is there any way to get on that side with plus money? Like, what's the best value to get there? Rather than, don't just bet money lines and totals. Sometimes you got to get a little, because the average everyday person bets those. And I want to find a niche. Rangers
first fives.
Line. Yeah, first Nerfies. I like the over in the Guardians game. Pitchers give up runs. Guardians are playing the Red Sox. That's your favorite. That's your best bet. The Guardians game.
Guardians game is the best bet.
Yeah. Okay. Rangers run line.
No.
Mariners. Nah.
Chris Flex.
Sorry, I didn't know that was the best bet. No problem. No problem. Some public plays. Cash can't always go against. You actually see. Here's the thing. In some sports and baseball, particularly, I don't mind always going against, because for me, it's the end game. What am I up at the end of MLB season? So at the end of MLB season, it's not about just today. I'm not playing for today's money. I'm playing for the end of the season money. So
Yeah.
I'll bet them every time against, let's say, the public, because 8 out of 10 times public's wrong.
Now, I feel like there's a difference in a public play on an MLB slate like today that's 10 games or whatever, rather than I remember there was parts in the like playoffs or something where there's one game on the slate and everybody's on one side.
Right.
Maybe that could be the right side. Because a public play on one game, I don't really see as big of an impact. But when everybody and their mother has Braves run line on their card today, that's very concerning.
Facts. Mason Jones lost as a minus 450 last week at cash to underdog, $46 for 170. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well played, sir. Well played. See, that's what I'm about. I'm about that plus money.
And if I have to give out a thought on an underdog this week, I mean, you're not getting the same payment out as the last time these two fought, but give me the Venezuelan Vixen again. Juliana Pena to beat the Lioness, Amanda Nunes, again, and be hashtag and still.
Right, and still, right. We 2-leg parlay over in the Red Sox, Cleveland, and Seattle money line game. Don't hate the Seattle. I mean, it's parlay, so
I don't like the Seattle Mariners today.
I like Seattle.
Tim, it hurts when you say it's a loser.
I say it with love. I say it with love.
Tim, you can't say your ticket loss already. You know, back to the juice thing. Like for me, I want to risk as little as possible to make as much as possible. So I don't want to risk. I don't want to risk all of this to get that minus 300 little bit of reward. I'm looking for the plus 3. I'm looking for the plus, not the minus. Rays are 2-7 on Mondays. Orioles 5-4. That was my angle for the Orioles. Does that make sense? Yes, absolutely. Like the Phillies spade on Tuesdays. Yeah, I mean, if you get an angle, you find an angle, and it works for you, stick with it, man.
See, for me, I don't really pay attention to how teams do on specific days, other than the lasting gag with the Phillies on Tuesdays. But for me, every single game is its own individual entity, and I can care less what happens on previous specific days of the week.
So you're not big into trends and stuff like that.
I can care less if a team is 8-2 on Thursdays. No.
Okay, fair enough. How y'all feel about the Action Network money movement?
I have never used it, mainly because it costs money to use, I believe.
I think so. I have an account. I used it for when I signed up, and I used it for like a month, and then I got away from it, to be honest with you. So to me, it did no different than what my spreadsheet done as far as tracking my stuff. And I got too many years in my head already. When you work with all these guys that I work with, I got a lot of input with games all the time. And sometimes I just want to get my own stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Rise Above says, yeah, sometimes when you second guess yourself, it gets you into trouble. It's happened to me. Absolutely. I mean, sometimes
here's the thing though. You should be able to try, like, if you pick a game, like, let's just use that Braves game as an example. You pick the Braves tonight. Make arguments for the Phillies and see if you can talk yourself off a play, or if you really like a play, then you won't have that much of you'll outweigh the positives with the negatives. So I think that if you want to make sure you truly like a play, maybe look to defend the other side. Play devil's advocate.
Yeah. Jonathan has a good question. Have you ever done the points betting where you can lose or win a lot? I don't know what that means. Like where you
alternative spreads?
Or
like
alternative? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've bet alternative spreads. I did that a lot during the NBA Finals.
Yeah, but I would live bet alternate spreads. Like if I see a team that's absolutely dominating, like in basketball,
yeah.
And like say if they're up 10 points at halftime, I would take a minus like 23.5 at like 900 for them to come out and just blow them out again.
I get it. I got you. I think that's pretty much it for all we got. We went over everything as far as the slate games as far as anybody have any questions and stuff like that. Squad bets and Diamondbacks. I'm gonna roll back through some other stuff, and then what's the site there? It says, Lenny, my boy, if you start listening to other cappers, you lose. Take what you like, right? Yeah, I mean, it's good to have. You know what I like about. Like I work with Picks and Parlays and Max Widger Network. Work with you guys all. If you watch the show, you know we have an array of different handicappers. It's good to cap my own stuff, and then I look and I use their stuff as like, okay, I like this, and this. Oh, they all like this. If they like some of it, then then that kind of stamp of approval almost. It makes me. Sometimes I'll even put more on it. I don't know. Any overs that we're high on?
I don't have any overs today.
He said high on. Nationals, Dodgers over 8.5. See, so everybody loves the Dodgers, right? That's what everybody hears, right? Why is it the total at 8.5 with Gonsolin as a 2 ERA? You really think that the Dodgers are going to beat up the Nationals 9-10-0? I don't see, I think the safer, better bet on that is the over. Tiffany says, I really appreciate you guys. Y'all are awesome. You are awesome. I appreciate you stopping by. I know you hit the like button, just like all the rest of you. What? Confused you? Maybe. I don't know. Nunez comment confused you guys
because I lean Venezuela and Vixen to win again. I didn't bet it, but I'll probably bet it.
I see it. I don't know.
Last time she apparently pulled guard, and that ended up leading to the submission win.
Oh
no, Pena rocked her a little bit.
I don't know. I tell you what, I haven't watched MMA really hard in like 6 months this year. I just didn't get interested, and if I'm not interested, I'm not going to bother capping it. Hey, let's go road trip
To Boston.
Big facts. Yeah, we're gonna road trip it to Boston, Pakakan, Harvard Yard, have a beer at the beer garden. That was my best Boston impersonation. That's all I got.
Fair enough.
Just because your family was there and you watched the fight, that's your opinion, David Sikarsky. You're getting all worked up over this. Lower ERA equals lower total. Great.
ERA is the most overrated stat in baseball.
Close. Yes, but that's a different conversation. But this,
other than wins,
my thing is why isn't that total lower? It's not 8.5. It's higher in my opinion. I think.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Big facts. There you go. All right, we're gonna wrap it up though. Don't forget to visit us Monday through Friday at 5:00 Eastern time. Other than that, ESP is on weekdays, 7 days a week. You guys are rolling,
yep.
Right? At about what time Eastern?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Eastern. Morning Wood, that starts at 1:00 Eastern. Sean Higgs, Midday Money, that comes on at noon Eastern, 7 days a week. So don't forget to check us all out as we go on into the break of dawn. Good luck, unless you're against me. I'm Audi 5000 G Money. By the way,
it's not always about the money, Spider-Man. It's about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. All right, baby, let's go. Get a home run, baby. Love the Mets. Let's go, Mets.
We're going to save that for for tomorrow when they play the Yankees, by the way.
Oh. Wait.
What?
We were?
Yeah.
Just stop putting shit in here and I won't click it.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
You know we're still alive, right?
Yeah, I know. And I know we're out. Peace.